Welcome back, students. Today we'll be starting with your multi-stage graphs. Okay. For this we need to have directed weighted graph, and then vertices divides into stages. Here we will arrange the vertices in the form of stages. Here edges are connecting vertices from one stage to next stage only. So if there is one edge connectivity, one stage, two edge connectivity, two stage, three edge connectivity, three stage, and so on. This is the hint for you. And when it is source and sink, it will have only one vertex. In the intermediate, it can have many number of vertices. Now, this is usually the application point of view for resource allocation. Now, we will be finding the minimum path cost, okay, out of the several paths that are available. I have to choose. That is the objective. From the source to the sink, I have to find the minimum path. Next, since I am finding the minimum path, it is an optimization problem. And since I am taking decisions in stages, we are calling it as principle of optimality. And since it's a principle of optimality, it is dynamic programming. So since we are taking decisions at each stage, we are calling it as optimal decision. And there are two ways in which we can solve this. We can solve this using forward approach as well as backward approach. Let's take the two examples and see. Okay. In the first example, that in the first approach, that is backward approach, if you can notice, I have the source to the sink. Okay, from the source to the sink I have to move. Okay, from the source to the sink. Now, which is the minimum path? If you notice here, from the sink I have so many paths. See, here I have 1, 2 and 3. So, which is the minimum? After going to the stage, this stage, again there are so many paths. From A I have 2 paths, from B I have 2 paths, from C I have 2 paths. Again when I reach this stage, again there are paths available. From D there is one path, from E there is one path, and from C it is earlier explained. So we are treating this as stages. Sink is one stage, stage 1. That means next set of vertices will be categorized under stage 2. And if you notice, there is one edge connectivity. One edge only is connecting A, B and C. Though we will be calling it as stage 2. Next, we will be calling it as stage 3. Next, we will be calling it as stage 4. This is how it is arranged. Now, to find which is the minimum path, let me start this way. So, I have to find the distance from the source to the sink. This is source is S and the sink is T. So from S to T I have to find the distance, that to minimum distance. For that I define the formula something like this. Find the minimum, okay. So first I'll be writing from the sink, from the source, first edge is 1 plus, I don't know the rest of the path. That is distance of A to T I don't know. Distance of A to T I don't know. So I will write like that. 1 plus distance of A to T still not known. Comma. Next you can tell me 2 distance of B to T, which is don't know. Next distance of 7 plus distance of C to T. So you can notice the formula here. Formula written. Okay, so here I have written 1 plus distance of A to T, 2 plus distance of B to T, and 7 plus distance of C to T. I hope you have understood. So that will become our first equation. Now, since I don't know the distances from A to T and from B to T and C to T, let me say that I will compute in the second stage. So D of A to T I don't know, D of B to T I don't know, D of C to T I don't know. Okay, so I don't know from A. So let me compute that. So I will write D of A to T, B to T, C to T. Now Now you all tell me from A to T, how did we do it in the previous session? First we took from source, that is 1 plus A to T, 2 plus B to T, 7 plus C to T. Similarly, now if I am taking from A, that is distance of A to T is to be computed, then what I should take? From A, I know this value, that is A to whatever, where it is reaching is immaterial. What is the edge value? 3 plus, what is the distance yet to be covered? What is the distance yet to be covered? D to T. So you can see here 3 plus distance of D to T. There is one more edge also, 6, and distance of E to T. So you can see here 6 plus distance of E to T. That is two edges are available from A. That is how we have computed. Of these two, we will be taking the minimum. Similarly for B. B, how many are there? 2 edges are there. So 4 plus D to T, 10 plus E to T. And next from C, 3 plus E to T, and there is a direct edge up to T, so you can call it as 10. So you can see here 3 plus D of E to T, we have to take the addition, that is from C I can take 3 plus the distance from E to T, and this is direct distance, but in this example it is 10, but I will be writing it as D of C to T. So you can see here 3 plus D of E to T plus D of C to T. Now what we have to do? We have to compute what is not known in this level. So D of D to T is not known, D of E to T is not known. C to T is a direct edge, I know the value, so let me not consider that. So what is unknown for us in the second stage? Distance of D to T and distance of E to T. Let me compute those two. So what is the distance of D to T? It is 8. Distance of E to T, I know it is 2. That is a direct edge connecting the sink. That value is known to us. Earlier there was a path. This is a direct edge. So here it is 8, here it is 2. So directly I have written. Compute means I got the values, I have written it. D to T it is 8, E to T it is 2. I have written it. Now what I should do? Since I know the values of D, T and E, T, let me substitute in this equations 2, 3 and 4. These equations 2, 3 and 4, let me substitute. If I am going to substitute, what will be the value here? 3 plus D, T. What is D, T? It is 8. You can see here 3 plus 8. And 6 plus D of E to T. 6 plus D of E to T is 2. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So 3 plus 8 is 11. 6 plus 2 is 8. Of the two, 8 is the smallest. So I have written 8 here. Similarly, I should calculate for D of B to T and D of C to T. If I compute, I will be getting some values. Of these two, 12 is the smallest. Of these two, 5 is the smallest. And since we have calculated for distance of A to T and which is the edge that is being selected, based on that I will be writing here as AET, BDT, CET. And then since we know now what is AET, BDT and CET, let us substitute in the equation 1. Since I have calculated for distance of A to T, B to T and C to T, these values are with me, paths are with me. Now let me substitute it in the main equation. First we had 1 plus D of A to T, 2 plus D of B to T and 7 plus D of C to T. This was our equation 1. And we had computed separately A to T, B to T and C to T. After computing we got the values. These values we will substitute it in this equation. So if you substitute, what is A to T? It is 8. So I will be substituting that 8, 1 plus 8. For B to T, what was the minimum value, this or this? So it was this one. So you got it as 12. So 2 plus 12. And then in the third one we got it as 5. So what is the value here? 7. 7 plus 5. So you are getting it as 9. That will be SAET. So you have got the distance from the source to the sink as, one second. Okay. From SAET. This was the final path that was selected from the source to the sink as the minimum path. But at each stage we went on finalizing and we moved towards the next stage. And this approach is called as backward approach. Next we will move on to the next approach, that is forward approach. I am telling both the approaches in the same video. I hope you will not get confused. So in the forward approach, same, I have taken one more graph here. Again I have written it as stages. In stage 1, that is source and sink, you will have only one vertex. In between you may have 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But one edge connectivity will be one stage. 2 edge connectivity, they will be categorized under next stage. 3 edge connectivity under next stage. So like this I have written stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 similarly like last time only. But approach of solving the minimal path will be different. In this forward approach, what we will do? Let me start here. See, to reach the sink, okay, from the sink itself, how much distance? So from the same vertex to the same vertex, it is 0. So you can see here, I have written cost. So this is 5 is what? It is your stage. It is your stage. In the fifth stage, to reach the vertex 9, from 9 itself, it is 0. So you can notice from 9 to reach 9, it is 0. So 5, stage 5, to reach 9 from 9 itself, it is 0. So I have listed it here. Now, since we have finished with the sink stage, that is stage 5, we will move down to the stage 4. So in stage 4, how many vertices are there? 2 vertices, 7 and 8. So from 7 to reach 9, what is the edge length? It is 7. And from 8, it is 3. It is 3. So you can notice cost in stage 4, we are having 2 vertices, 7 and 8. From 7 to sink, it will be 7, and from 8 to sink, it will be 3. So from 8 to sink, it is 3, and from 7 to sink, it is 7. So that is what I have written. Of these two, actually this is the smallest. So if I have to select out of these two, I will be selecting this one. That is 8 to 9 I will be selecting of these two. So I have just made a note here. Okay, anyways. Next we will move on to, from 4th stage we will move on to 3rd stage. In 3rd stage what we are having? 4, 5 and 6. Each one is having 2, 2, 3, 3 paths. Say from 4 to 7 I have I have one path here. 4 to 7, 1. 4 to 8 is one edge. 5 to 7 is one edge. 5 to 8 is another edge. 6 to 7 is one edge. 6 to 8 is one edge. So to reach these vertices, there are two edges here. From 6 there is an edge. From 5 there is an edge. From 4 there is an edge. And so on. Okay, let us see that out of so many, which is the edge that I have to select, which will be the minimum edge. So in stage 3, so you can notice here in stage 3, okay, how many vertices are there? 4, 5, 6, okay, and from 4 to reach 7, it will be 1, and from 4 to reach 8, it will be 4. These two edge values we know, but from 7, it is already calculated to 9 as 7, and from 8, it is already calculated as 3. These two values are already calculated. So you can see here, I will write down these two values in advance, 7 and 3. This is for stage 4, to reach stage 4. From where? From stage 3. This is a fixed value. And what are the possibilities from stage 3 to reach this particular vertex? So from stage 3, 4th vertex, to reach 7 it is 1. To reach 8 it is 4. So I will write down 7 plus 1, 3 plus 4. So this will be giving me 8, this will be giving me 7. Of these two, I will be taking 7 as the minimum. So you can notice here, if I choose this edge, 1 plus 7. So it will be 8. This will be 4 plus 3. It will be 7. So of these two paths, I will be choosing 4 plus 3, which is 7. So you can notice here 4 plus 3, I will be choosing 7. So this, but I have written this 3 here because already we have decided here. which is the smallest? 3 is the smallest. But in case if I am using 7 here and I am getting a smaller one and there is a larger value here, so I am cross checking it by adding the values once again. So we have got 7. Next 3 to 5, 3 to in stage in stage 3 from vertex 5. So again first only I will write off the 7 and 3 here. 7 and 3 I will write in advance. So what are the two edges that I have? 5 to 7 is 6, 5 to 8 is 2. So 6 and 2. On adding what will happen? 13. This will be 5. So 5 is the smallest. Next from vertex 6, there are two edges, 6 and 3. So the other two already known, 7 and 3. So I'll add for 1 6, for 1 I will add 3. So I'll be getting here 13, here I'll be getting 6. So I've done a slight modification here in the graph that was posted to you all earlier. Okay, so I've got 6 here. Now, since we have finished with stage 3 and which is the smallest? 5 is the smallest. 7, 5, 6. 5 is the smallest edge that is finalized there. Okay, next we will move on to stage 2. In stage 2, what is happening? We are having two vertices, that is 2 and 3. So in stage 2, 2 and 3, what was the decided paths in the previous stage up to stage 3? It is 7, 5 and 6. You can write that 7, 5 and 6, 7, 5 and 6 because we know those. And then what are the additional edge values that I will be adding? So that will be from in stage 2, from vertex 2, it will be 3 and 3. And for 5 there is no connectivity. From 2 to 4 it is 3, to 2 to 6 it is 3. But 2 to 5 there is no edge. So you can see here 3, 3, but there is no edge to 5, that is infinity. So of these 3, 10, infinity and 9, I think I will be choosing 9. Similarly from 3. So 3 has 3 edges here. One is 6, one is 5, one is 8. So 6, 5, 8 added to the previous, you will be getting around 6 plus 7, it is 13, 10 and 14. So 10 is the smallest, I have written it out. So in the next stage, that is stage 1. So till stage 2, what are the values that we have received? It is 9 and 10. So I will write down 9 and 10 in advance. And from 1 to reach the stage 2 will be 5 and 2. So 5 and 2. I will be writing 5 and 2. So that will be 14 and this will be 12. Of the 2, which is the minimum? 12 is the minimum. So you can notice here from vertex 1, okay, choosing the smallest edge value 2. Because I had 5 and 2, of this I had chosen 2 as the smallest edge. Choosing smallest edge value, I have chosen the smallest edge value 2. So in stage 2, so to reach stage 2 with 2, which vertex I have reached? It is 3. So you can notice here it is 3. And in this vertex, I have 6, 5 and 8. Which is the smallest edge value? That is 5. Choosing the smallest value where I will reach. So 6, 5 and 8. Choosing this edge value where I am going to reach, it is 5. So you can see here of these 3 I have selected 5. And in this 6 and 2, 2 is the smallest. So choosing the smallest edge value, where will I reach? So 6 and 2. Choosing 2, where will I reach? I will be reaching 8. So I will be reaching 8. And 8, I am having only one edge value. And so it is ultimately the smallest. So from 8 to 9. That is from 9 it will be 0. So you can see here, this is how we have calculated the shortest path in the forward approach for multi-stage graphs. Thank you.